3 days of fragile silence in the heart of Europe's deadliest conflict in decades. Right now, a US-brokered ceasefire between Russia and Ukraine is holding, but barely. Announced by President Trump, this 3-day truce runs from May 9 through May 11, timed with Russia's Victory Day celebrations. It includes a major prisoner exchange, 1,000 detainees from each side. Trump described the agreement as a potential beginning of the end of the war and has expressed strong hope for a longer extension that could lead to lasting peace negotiations. The U.S. has been actively involved in shuttle diplomacy, with high-level talks aimed at de-escalating one of the most significant geopolitical crises of our time. In Moscow, Vladimir Putin presided over a noticeably scaled-back Victory Day parade. For security reasons, no heavy tanks or major military hardware rolled through Red Square, a stark contrast to the massive displays of previous years. Shortly after the event, Putin made a striking comment, stating that he believes the war in Ukraine is coming to an end. His words have sent ripples through global capitals, raising cautious optimism mixed with deep skepticism based on past broken agreements. However, tensions remain high on the ground. Both sides have already accused each other of ceasefire violations, including drone strikes, artillery fire, and small-scale clashes. Ukraine reports continued Russian attacks resulting in civilian casualties, while Russia claims Ukrainian forces launched multiple drone assaults into their territory. Despite these incidents, the ceasefire is largely holding for now, but it remains extremely fragile amid deep mutual distrust and years of bitter fighting that has claimed hundreds of thousands of lives and displaced millions. This conflict, which began with Russia's full-scale invasion in 2022, has reshaped global security, energy markets, and international alliances. European nations are closely monitoring the situation, concerned about potential spillover effects on NATO members and energy supplies. In Washington, lawmakers from both parties are debating the implications for U.S. aid and strategic interests in Eastern Europe. Analysts suggest this pause could open the door for serious negotiations on key issues like territorial boundaries, security guarantees for Ukraine, and long-term reconstruction plans that could cost hundreds of billions of dollars. Yet many warn that without ironclad verification mechanisms, international peacekeeping forces, and mutual concessions on core demands, the truce could collapse, leading to an even more intense phase of fighting. The human cost has been staggering: entire cities reduced to rubble, families torn apart, and a generation of young people on both sides bearing the scars of war. Global food prices and energy markets have fluctuated wildly because of the conflict, affecting American households at the gas pump and grocery store. This developing story could mark a historic turning point for the region, or collapse at any moment as diplomats work behind the scenes. The world is watching closely to see whether this pause becomes the foundation for real peace talks or merely a temporary breather in a prolonged war. Stay tuned for updates as this fast-moving situation continues to unfold. The coming hours and days will be critical in determining if diplomacy can finally prevail over destruction.